talking about underwear. Now, when I first started in historical costuming, I didn't really have the time and the funds to both make a new dress for an event and all of the underwear pieces that would go with it. So now that I've had a lot of spare time on my hands the last year and a half, I've been trying to work on filling in all of the petticoats and the chemises and such that I didn't really do when I first started. So my next upcoming project is another Edwardian piece. And I've done Edwardian before and sort of just fudged it with like a tank top underneath and made the best of it, and it was fine. But this time I would like to do things properly. Now, my next big project is going to be an Edwardian lingerie dress, like so. If you don't know much about these, it's basically the lightest, froofiest, covered in lace kind of thing you could possibly come up with. And it's just insertion lace galore. And with all of that insertion lace, you will see through your outer garment to whatever is underneath it. So there's going to be no fudging you with a t-shirt under the blouse this time. So I want to make a proper ruffled corset cover. And I'd also like to make a nice pair of drawers because modern underwear underneath a corset just sucks. I don't know why I haven't fixed this problem before, but we're gonna do it now. And at some point, hopefully, I will get to a proper chemise to go under the rest of this. And then I'm going to make a blouse and a skirt so that I can wear them as separate pieces if I want, or as a full dress. And this will probably take me a good long while because it's a heckin' lot of lace insertion, so it'll take forever, but it'll be great, so let's get going. So for my patterns, I'm going to use Truly Victorian for my corset cover and bloomers. I'm going to use folkwear for the blouse part, and I'm going to use this butterick pattern just for the basic skirt shape. I'm going to Frankenstein these together into my new dress. So, because Joanne's gave me my fabric in 2 cuts, and this one's pretty small, I think I've Tetrised it to the best of my ability. And this piece gets put on the fold over here, and I need to cut another one of those, and I think that should fill this up about as much as I can. So I pulled out most of the white lace from the stash, and I'm trying to figure out what's going to make a good hem on my ruffle. I thought maybe I could use this as my ruffle, but there's not quite enough of it. I might, if there's enough, use this one along the edge of my ruffle, because I think that would be very pretty. I'm adding my lace using a special lace hemming technique. If you're interested, I have a separate video linked above on how to do this. I love hemming with lace like this because it really beautifully finishes off an edge with a very professional look. It's so roofly! Hooray! Oh, Mr. Bennett! Did you hear Netherfield Park is let at last? Okay, I've got my facings attached, but not sewn down yet, so that I have room to put my other ruffle on, and it's already so froofy, and I'm very excited about how it looks. I finished the front placket first, and then added the second row of ruffles. So many ruffles! Got my second ruffle on, and the directions said to put a little bit of lace over the top edge to finish it, which I just think is so pretty, because I was able to use a little bit more of the same lace that's on the ruffle, and I just think it's just so nice. I'm very happy. Next I sewed my shoulder seam and pressed it into place. I also sewed down my facings, finished the side seams, and bound the arm's eyes with bias tape at this point. Okay, we're just doing a quick try on without the corset just to see how we're looking, and I think it's pretty good so far, except it seems quite much, but we'll see how it's looking once I get a blouse over it. Maybe that'll help smooth this shape a bit. I don't know if I just used not a fine enough fabric for it to fall softer, or if it's just totally fine and I'm overthinking this. I don't know. We'll find out. So I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna make these combinations or if I'm gonna keep the corset cover and the bloomers separate, so I'm gonna stop here for now and start on the bloomers, and hopefully by the time those are ready I will have decided what I'm doing. I started the drawers by making each leg into a tube and sewing the facing along the inside of each leg. This ensures a clean, soft edge along where it will touch skin. Okay, I've got my basic leg flounce finished up and ready to go. I'm gonna put a little bit of this ruffled lace at the hem, I think. And I wasn't going to do much decoration, but I think I'm gonna do a little bit of insertion lace on this to do a practice run before I try doing it for a whole dress, which is my next project. So we're gonna put a little bit of this one on just to give that a test run. The first step for my insertion lace was to mark out the placement at an even spacing from the finished hem and carefully pin it into place exactly where I want it to be. Next, I sewed the lace down along each side on the straight edge. Step 2 is to very carefully cut the fabric down the middle of where the lace is. Take your time to be gentle so that you don't cut your lace by accident. Next, you want to press each side back so that the lace is showing again. Third step, sew over each edge of your lace again to keep the seam allowance where it's supposed to be. I used a zigzag stitch, but this is probably overkill. Lastly, trim away any extra fabric on the back side. After all that was done, I also added the gathered lace ruffle to the bottom hem of the flounces. So stinking cute. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to attach it and see just how frothy everything is. The next thing is to attach that flounce. I decided to French seam pretty much everything on this underwear set so that all edges are clean and sturdy for lots of washing. So I think I might like to put some beading lace along this seam just to make it a little prettier, put a little ribbon in there, but it doesn't quite want to lay flat. So I might try giving it a little bit of a steam to just steam a little bit of a curve into it so it looks happier going around this little bit. The best way to do this is to pull your lace upwards into as close to a circle as you can get without wrinkling your trim. Use lots and lots of steam and take your time with it. Hopefully, your trim will get a little curve into it with this trick. Oh, look at that. Look how nice that is. I don't even have to try to wrangle it into place. It just wants to lay right where I like it. Oh yeah. I decided to finish the waistband on both pieces with beading lace. This will allow me to either wear them separately or lace them together with a ribbon to wear as combinations. I sewed once over my gathering line onto the edge of the lace, then trimmed the seam allowance so it was out of the way of the holes and sewed over the fabric edges again. My very last step was to add pretty shell buttons to both pieces, and they are ready to wear.
The dog sounds so pretty when it's played by a jazz band. Even the frog is some ditty when it's played by a band so grand. Well, any tune sounds like opera when it's played with harmony. But if you want to be classy, play me something that's jazzy, and you'll make a hit with me.
I had a lot of fun on this project, getting to add all of the lace and ruffles that my frilly little heart desires. I'm really happy with finally having more of the proper undergarments to wear with my Edwardian looks. Subscribe and stay tuned to watch me add more lace and flounces to complete this outfit.
Only the man started playing on that doggone saxophone.